Jest z nami jeden z najważniejszych zawodników KSW 23, Sean McCorkle, przeciwnik Mariusza Pudzianowskiego. Sean, how do you feel with being quarter Polish in Poland, finally?
It's easy to see. The other 3/4 of me is, I think, American and Jewish, so I got to see this quarter. But no, it's been really nice to see, especially the two different cities. We saw Warsaw, for a couple of days. Now we're here, so it's been interesting for sure. I feel like I'm like in the Bourne Identity. I don't know if you saw any of those movies, but that's what this looks like here, the scenery.
Yeah, and you're fighting Mariusz Pudzianowski, and you probably saw some controversy about him as a fighter, his fight with James Thompson. Are you prepared for this when when you fight abroad? You have the crowd against you, and you have all the things against you.
Even when I fight at home, it seems like everybody's against me, so it works out. People don't get my whole persona that's supposed to be funny. I'm really the nicest guy in the world, so yeah, I'm used to that, people not wanting me to win. I think even my friends and family probably root against me secretly, so I have a lot of haters, but yeah, that doesn't really affect me too much, and I don't usually let I don't like fights to go to decision, normally because I get so tired. I can't finish to a decision, but I try to finish early always. I don't like to get hurt or punched in the face.
And you said you were cheering Mariusz in the times he was a strongman. Did you just see him in those times when he was a strongman, or just seen those videos lately just to see how he reacts when he loses when he wins? Is something like mental preparation to see his reactions?
No, I actually used to watch those on ESPN all the time. They had the strongman contest, and I actually used to watch him before he was fighting. So that's why I said it was weird for me to even meet him. Like, it's really cool for me to even meet him because he's somebody I was watching on TV before I ever started training to fight, before I ever even thought about it. And if you'd have told me 10 years ago I'd be fighting him when I was watching him, compete on there, I'd have said you were crazy. So I live a weird life. I've lived a strange life. I hung out with R. Kelly a few weeks ago. Now I'm fighting the world's strongest man. So it's a strange life.
Is there anything specifically he can surprise you with? Do you think that he has something like this?
He hasn't fought in a while, and from his training videos, he looked very much improved. So I'll be interested to see how his stand-up is. I won't know, till we get in there, if I'm better than him standing up or not. I could tell he's super strong yesterday just by giving him a hug, and shaking his hand. He felt like a gorilla, like a monster. So I know obviously he'll be stronger than me, and we'll just see when we get in there. I don't know. I won't really know how he'll fight. I'm interested to see his conditioning too, how fast he gets tired.
Yeah, maybe he's strong, but you also have, you're pretty tall, much taller than him, and you're 20 kilos. It's about 40 pounds heavier than him. So, do you think his strength is something is it better for him to being strong, or is it better for you being taller and heavier?
I think that'll probably even out pretty much. I think the big difference will be experience, especially in big fight experience. I was the co-main event at UFC 124 in my second fight. I've had 21 fights as opposed to his 7, so I think that'll help as far as staying relaxed and doing that. I wish I had more time to get ready for the fight. I didn't have, I had like 6 days to train, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to get ready for the fight or to get in, premium shape, but I'm as good as I can be given the circumstances.
How much time exactly? When did they contact you, KSW, about the fight?
Originally about 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was a possibility. Then it didn't work out. They went with another opponent, and I guess he just pulled out, I want to say, about 7 days ago, maybe he pulled out. So that's how long I had to get ready before I came to Poland. I think it was 5 days, 6 days.
And how much was your preparation? Who did you train with and where?
Trained with in Indianapolis, and a little bit in Miami, but mostly Tom Erickson, who used to fight in Pride. He's one of the best American heavyweight wrestlers of all time. I trained with him, Gary Myers, another former fighter, Jake O'Brien, who's a UFC veteran, and a little bit with Matt Mitrione, if you can ever track him down. Matt Mitrione is the worst best friend I've ever had, so he's very hard to get a hold of, but I got to train a little bit with him also.
Mm-hmm. And you fought in elite organizations, and you fought also in Japan. Do you think once you've been in UFC and all those other organizations, do you think you can have a wealthy life, not being in the UFC?
I actually make more money fighting outside the UFC than I did in it. I have to fight a little more often, but and the sponsorship money's not, the same. But as far as UFC, you're going to fight 2 or 3 times a year maximum, whereas this way I can fight as many times as I want, wherever I want, and then it's kind of open bidding. So I like that. Not that I wouldn't love one day to return back to the UFC, but I think I think I'm a little old for that at this point, and they kind of, they don't give a lot of guys a second chance. So I don't anticipate them bringing me back.
Okay, so that's all. I can wish you only have a good luck with Mariusz and have a great fight.
Even though I know everyone in Poland is hoping I'm going to lose, everybody in the United States probably hopes I'm going to lose too. So it works out. Everybody wants me to lose but me.
I just remind, it's going to be in pay-per-view. Will there be anybody in US who will be watching you?
Everyone keeps asking me. I'm just directing them to KSW's website because I guess that's where they can find the information. But I believe it's being carried over the United States. So I've had a lot of people ask me on Twitter and Facebook where they can watch.
TV actually.
Oh really? Yeah.
10
so.
euros.
Is it?
$13.
That's not bad at all, especially with me on the card, right? But I was going to say something funny, but I'm not going to. I will. I've been putting the message out on Twitter. People have been asking me how to do it. So as soon as they give me direct details, we'll do it. And I'm sure a lot of people in the United States will buy it, probably to watch me lose. So.
Actually, one more question I would like to ask. Which round for you, and what way for finish Mariusz, in your opinion?
I think I'll finish him in the second round. I'd say midway through the second round, probably with, let's say, triangle choke.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.